friends, Helen here with another process video for you. This was supposed to be for Creating with Sketches Hop on the 1st of May. Apparently April was a week shorter than I thought it was, so I had nothing sorted for the beginning of May except for creative team commitments for Hey Little Magpie. So this was recorded, it just wasn't edited. So I'm showing it you now instead. I'm using Joyful Notes from Pink Paisley, and I'm going to be using the 6x8 paper pad. I'm just cutting 3 of the pattern papers into 8 strips, half-inch wide strips these are, so you can see them all there. I've not made you sit and watch me cut them all out. And I'm just going to layer them not wonky, kind of offset all down the page. I am using sketch, so it's one page sketch number 5. I think I'm using variation 9, and then I add a bit of a variation to it myself. Can't show you the sketch because it's paid for content from Alison Davis for Scrapbook Generation. So if you are interested in sketches, the link will be in the description below. It's a brilliant ebook. There's 5 one-page sketches, 5 two-page sketches, and then there's like 24 to 26 variations on each sketch on how to change it up. Really helps if you're stuck, or if you're like me, you love using sketches, just gives you an idea of how you can change them up. So I've backed the 3 photos there of Mr. Ding doing his signature genuinely happy to be here in Chemist Bay the other week, and I'm just now gonna I don't get these quite right, I don't measure it quite right. I don't know if it's just me putting my dots from my ruler and going the wrong side of the dots. I'm not sure. But what I'm doing is I'm taking 3 strips. So I know this is where my ruler is now. That edge is 2 inches from the bottom, and it's 3 half-inch and then a half-inch border. So in theory, if I'd measured this right, this would be spot on and absolutely work for like putting all the rest of the strips in between. Do the same from the top, measure 2 inches, and then you've got half-inch border and then 3 half-inch strips. I don't know why I did 2 inches. It was just I don't know. It's what I did. Trying to get them straight, and I know somebody else's video I watched recently, they're talking about using a T-square ruler, but they still don't get it straight. I'm exactly the same. I use my T-square ruler all the time, and it's hardly ever straight. So yeah, I should have just basically done these top 3 and then gone from there. And what I do shortly for, you'll see in a minute what I do with the photo for placing all the rest where I want them, and I should have done that right from the beginning. So it's a do as I say, not as I do moment. So yeah, I should have just put the 3 at the top, and well, the one at the top, and went down from there, but I didn't. So you see there, I had to move one of them because I didn't get quite straight, and I've ripped it. So luckily I've done 8 of each when I only needed one of them to be 8 strips. So that's handy. So here you can see I am just drawing a line because the strips of paper are going to cover this, so I'm not worried. Drawing a line where the photos are going to be. I do pop the photos up on these 1-inch square 6-2 foam pads, and just give a bit of dimension and variation to the page, movement, I think some other people describe it as. And then I'm just going and doing my ATG. Now, I think, you know what, why am I doing every individual strip? So I just put the ATG tape down through the middle bit that I've already blocked off, as this is where the photos are going. I had originally thought with these strips I was going to cut the papers in 2, and like have some of them coming out a little bit further, but then I thought, I actually liked the look with them just being the 6 inches across, behind the photo. I didn't really need them to come out much more with the staggering. This is the bit I mean there where I've not measured the distance from the edge of the page properly, so I am ended up having to move the bottom ones down. I've got a solvent on my desk, which is it's a stamp cleaner from Indigo Blue for cleaning their flitter glue off your stamps, because you can stamp with their flitter glue to use with gilding flakes, and the stamp cleaner they have is a solvent. It's basically those of us who remember Undo in the UK, and I know Americans, you can still get it. It's just basically that. It's just a bottle of a solvent. So that's just, makes the dissolves the glue, makes it unsticky, whatever the technical thing for that is, and then when it dries, the glue's sticky again. So it's just let me pull those strips up without destroying everything like I did with the strip at the top that I ripped. So now just coming in with the sticker sheets, and I think I start with sticker sheets and then I go on to the embellishment part, die cut ephemera. I'm saying sheets, it's sticker sheet. Um, but I'm doing the title here. It says not again, because everywhere we go, I make Mr. Ding do genuinely happy to be here, and he's always like he's booing in the background, and he's always oh God, okay, do we have to? So and so he enjoys it really. Passes by, there's a guy walking his dog, and he was laughing, and yeah, we had to explain to him. Well, Mr. Ding explained to him why I made him do it. So yeah, just lining the photo up here now before I get everything else stuck down. I have used some, so that's the title. So I can move it about. I've stuck it on release paper from my foam pads just to make sure I'm happy with where it is. I do bring it down a little bit so the bottom's hanging off the bottom of the photo, and then the eighth kind of tucks up underneath between the O and the T. I like how it is. So, and that piece off to the side there, the sentiment piece, which I can't read from here what it says. Oh, you are my favourite person, apparently. He is really. And so that did move around the page to begin with. It is going to end up stopping up there at the top corner. I know I thought it and I can't remember if I actually said it, but do you find that this is the longest bit when you're scrapbooking? This is the bit that takes the most, is the embellishing. Unless I'm doing mixed media. I'm doing mixed media, that can take days, depending on how many layers and what I'm doing and how much needs to dry and how patient I'm being to let it actually dry naturally. But other than that, the bit that takes me the most is this bit, the embellishing, and you know what's going where, how you're going to embellish it, where, is it balanced? Are you happy where placement is? I like layers, so I like things. If I've got different layers and different steps on my page, I like things tucked behind and on top and under the different layers. So that does take me, I don't know if it's the amount of faffing I do with doing that I find takes me forever to embellish, but it is the bit that takes me the most. That bird there, the one I'm pulling up, that moves a lot. This is not the last time this is going to move. So I have decided to do actually one, because I love layers. I want some of the die cut and sticker ephemera behind the layers of the strips of paper. uh, at the end of the day, if this was a pattern paper block that was matting a photo, then I would, possibly put a layer of embellishments under that. So why would I treat it any different? Because it's strips. So I've done that. I've put a couple of floral clusters underneath the strips of pattern paper there for the top left and middle right. And I'm just coming in with some more of the stickers. I am cutting these in two to just tuck bits out where you're going to be able to see them. Just again, why should those bits be hidden underneath something when you're not going to see it? So let's get them used. I changed my mind on that dark blue one there, and change it out for the ones that I've cut up. And again, birds moved. He might move again. We don't know. Um, there we go. Told you. So yeah, I do then think, oh, actually, I've not put a cluster around this little birdie on the bottom, and add some more of the florals in around that as well. I think we are almost done. I will pop in the description box the others that did take part on the actual day for this hop on the 1st of May for you to go and check out their layouts using the one page number 5 sketch from the Creating with Sketches collection. I am so at this point I'm kind of putting a banner in for putting the date on, and then I realised that journaling block, the piece that I've cut from the cut parts in the 6x8 papers, already has a spot for the date. So I do actually take that strip off because I think it looks bit funky with everything else apart from that box being straight. So I put that back in and away for another time. I am journaling at the time of scrapbooking. I know it's not like 2 months later when I finally get around to putting the layout away. And then we're just going to finish it off with some puffy stickers. I think I told you at the beginning, this is Joyful Notes from Pink Paisley. I am absolutely adoring this collection. It is not the last time you are going to see this. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Close-ups coming up. Have a great day. Bye bye.